What is up, guys? Randomonium here. I wanted to do a quick video on my Worlds Pick'em because I know a couple people want me to do that. And if you're interested in doing that, it's Pick'em at your region at lolliasports.com. And there are a couple rewards if you do this. If you get a certain amount of points, then they give you more of the world tokens, which you can use to buy stuff in game and things like that. And plus, it's a little bit fun. But this is most likely going to be my finalized picks. I am going to do a little bit more research and make sure that I'm not missing anything. But for Group A, there's SKT, EDG, Cloud9, and AHQ. And obviously, I think SKT is going to be on top, even though they're the number 2 seed. They're one of the best teams in the world, so it's kind of hard not to put them at number 1. And EDG is just known for being a great team. They've had some issues at Worlds before, but they're playing on their home turf in China, so I definitely think that they have an advantage over Cloud9. That isn't to say that I don't think that Cloud9 can make it. Cloud9 looked amazing in the play-in stage, I felt, but I do think that EDG has the advantage. I would say it's probably like 60-40, 70-30 kind of split. And then AHQ, I haven't really seen much that has impressed me from AHQ. I definitely think that Flash Wolves looks pretty good, but I kind of feel like AHQ has kind of dropped off a little bit, and I don't think they're as competitive with some of the other teams in the Worlds draw, so I have them at 4th. So I definitely think that it's possible that Cloud9 could potentially upset EDG, but I think that the safer pick is probably going with EDG in the number 2 spot. For Group B, it's Longzhu, Immortals, Fnatic, and Gigabyte Marines. I think Longzhu is definitely the favorite here. And then, obviously the number 1 team coming out of Korea. So, why wouldn't they be? And then it's really kind of an issue of, is Immortals going to come out in that second place spot or Fnatic? And I was actually leaning towards Fnatic before the play-in stage, but Fnatic looked really rocky during the play-in stage. They did not look good at all. They were making a lot of macro mistakes, and even though they won their best of 5 pretty convincingly, they still didn't look like a top-tier team like I would expect Fnatic to look like. So I feel like they have a lot to work on, a lot to improve on in a week before they have to come back in and face Immortals and things like that. So in Immortals this entire time has just been able to scrim and take their time and work on their strategies, and they haven't revealed any of their strategies. So I think that Immortals is definitely coming in with the advantage. It's just a question of whether or not they seize that opportunity. So yeah, I would say that Immortals is probably like a 60-40 favorite over Fnatic. But having Gigabyte Marines in this group makes things really interesting, because I actually think that Gigabyte Marines is probably going to determine the order of those 3 teams. Because if Gigabyte Marines upsets any one of these teams, that has some serious implications on whether you get 2nd place or 3rd place. So I'm really interested to see what Gigabyte Marines is going to do. They're known for being incredibly chaotic and going for really high-risk plays that, to try and snowball an advantage. So it's going to be really interesting. I think that they are going to be successful. They are going to beat somebody. I don't think that they're going to lose every match. It's just a question of who are they going to beat, and how is that going to affect the different placing for the different teams. So for Group C, this is kind of called the Group of Death. Samsung Galaxy, RNG, and G2, and then Fenerbahce. And Fenerbahce looked actually really freaking good in the play-in stage. I was really, really impressed with them. And this sucks. This sucks for both G2 and Fenerbahce, because I think G2 is a great team, and I think that in most groups they would make it out. They would be 2nd place. But Samsung Galaxy and RNG just stack up so nicely against G2. Samsung is almost identical in play style to G2, except Samsung is just a little bit better in a lot of different areas. And then RNG they play really fast. And G2, when they've been punished in the past, they've been punished because of teams that play really, really fast. and I think that the best of one format really favors RNG. I really want G2 to make it out. I would love to see them in that second place spot, but I do think that RNG has the advantage because of the best of one format. If it was a best of 3 or best of 5, I would probably put G2 over RNG, but since it's a best of 1, I have to give RNG the edge, probably 60-40 over G2. And then finally, we've got Group D. We've got TSM, Team WE, Flash Wolves, and Misfits. So I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Team WE, and a lot of people are saying that Team WE is the best team in China, arguably. And I don't really see it. I really don't. Like, I watched them in playoffs, and I watched them in the play-in stage for Worlds, and they didn't look that amazing to me. I don't really know why everybody is so hyped up on them. I felt like TSM definitely looked more impressive than Team WE did. So I do think that it's going to be a battle between first and second with those two teams. I do give TSM the slight advantage, probably at 60-40. And I do think that there is potential for Flash Wolves or even Misfit to upset some people, but I would say that Flash Wolves is probably more like maybe a 30% chance that they make it out of group stage, and Misfits is probably more like a 20% chance or a 15% chance. So I would say that the safe bets are good TSM and Team WE, but there definitely is, the potential for upsets there. Flash Wolves is known for, upsetting teams that they're not supposed to beat. They're the Korean killers, but unfortunately they don't have any Korean teams in their group, so kind of disadvantageous for them. So those are my picks. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I have to say, and I'd love to find out what you guys are picking and your reasoning for why you're picking them. And I will be watching all of Worlds. I probably won't be doing any analysis videos on Worlds because I did that last year, and they weren't very popular. If you're interested in that, I need to get a lot of people saying that they're interested in that if I'm going to put in the time and effort to make those videos. Otherwise, I'll try to focus on other videos. And then, I don't know. I mean, it really depends on what you guys want. I'd be willing to live stream some of the matches if you guys are interested in that. So just let me know what your guys' thoughts are, and I hope you guys all have a great day. This is Randomonium, signing off.